Let's bring back in Jennifer Coffindaffer, NewsNation contributor, former FBI special agent. Jennifer, it's good to see you. Thanks for being here.
It's good to see you, Natasha.
What do you feel is the strongest information to date that implicates Kaitlin Armstrong?
Well, I think certainly the DNA that is on the bike of Mo Wilson. There's just no really good, reasonable explanation why her DNA would be on that bike seat and on those handlebars. So I think that's just extremely powerful information.
If convicted, could she face the death penalty?
She will not. This was not charged as a capital offense. So for this reason, she is only looking at a max of life in prison.
What kind of argument are we expecting from the defense in this case? We just heard the lawyer there say that Kaitlin Armstrong is caught in a nightmare of circumstantial evidence.
Natasha, this is a nightmare. There's just bad fact after bad fact after bad fact that this defense team is facing. We have the DNA, as I just discussed. We also have the fact that she fled. And by fleeing, that showed her consciousness of guilt. She not only fled once, Natasha, she fled twice. In addition, her vehicle was caught on surveillance right outside the murder scene. Her gun casings match, as they mentioned earlier in the previous piece. It's just not looking good.
Yeah. And talk about the defense here. I mean, they do point out that no eyewitness can place her at that scene. How significant is that?
It's really not significant. In fact, oftentimes eyewitness testimony is the least reliable evidence because people see what they think they saw, but then it turns out not to be that person that they placed at the scene. Much stronger evidence is DNA evidence and circumstantial evidence that puts the whole picture together.
This case, of course, garnering so much national attention. Talk to us about whether or not cameras are going to be allowed in court. What went into this decision ultimately?
This has been really a highly publicized case. And in this case, the judge said no cameras. And I think she wants to make sure that this case is tried in the courtroom and not in the court of public opinion in the public eye.
I want to ask you one more question, which is the defense seems to be trying to poke holes in the actual procedure, the procedural process, the investigation. Any indication at this time that there were any mistakes made on the part of investigators or the team that would be leading them to make that argument?
Well, Natasha, no investigation is ever going to be perfect. But despite not being perfect, there are no significant holes in this investigation. And there's a little saying we always had: when you don't have the facts on your side, try to poke holes in the process. And that just is an indication as to how strong this case is factually.
Okay, Jennifer Coffindaffer, always appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.